Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm a therapist with Love Heal Grow in Sacramento. The clients that I like working with in individual therapy usually come in because they are struggling with some concerns around their identity or their self-esteem, and they're starting to recognize kind of the way they show up in relationships with others, whether that be in friendships or in romantic partnerships. And they are wanting to find better ways to relate to themselves and others. I think a lot of times the clients who start individual therapy with me tend to come in saying that they're struggling with anxiety. They feel like they're overthinking a lot, especially in social interactions or maybe about their life goals and their life transitions. Really stuck in their head and can't seem to feel confident in the decisions that they're making, or the ways that they're behaving in their relationships. I really enjoy working with clients who have kind of a playful, creative side. A lot of my clients are artists, or readers and writers. My clients enjoy being outdoors, spending time with friends and families, and a lot of times they're natural storytellers. They come into therapy and they have a lot to say, and it's fun. It's fun to be in conversation with my clients about what's going on in their lives and the goals that they have for themselves. So therapy, individual therapy with me is very conversational. I love when I have a client who shows up and they're ready to do the work and they want to be involved in that dynamic back and forth. And so we'll do a lot of looking at the thoughts and feelings that are coming up for a client in their relationships or just as they're navigating the transitions of their life. And we kind of decide on the story that they want to be telling themselves about what they're going through and the relationships that they're building. And a lot of times we bring in an element of humor, making sure that we show space and grace for the human parts of ourselves and the places where we maybe make mistakes or missteps, and to practice some self-compassion for that. My lens is very much from that attachment perspective. I really like to kind of go back with my clients and look at their upbringing, look at their family of origin, maybe the experiences that they had as a child in their family or even outside of their family, and how those experiences have really shaped their outlook on life and on relationships, and how it's maybe influencing the way that they show up in their relationships, and then making a decision about whether or not that way of showing up is still benefiting them and serving them, or if they want to make some changes about how they show up in their lives and live a little bit more authentically. I'd say when therapy is working, my clients are starting to recognize a shift in their own internal monologue and the perspectives that they hold about themselves and about their world and their relationships. I notice, and they notice, a lot more self-compassion and kind of a forgiveness in their vocabulary, allowing for them to be themselves, and that means wholly with their flaws and their areas of opportunity and growth, as well as their strengths, and being able to recognize both sides of that. My hope for my clients after therapy is that they engage with their lives as fully and authentically as they can. They engage with their relationships in the same way, and that they feel self-assured and confident in whatever they decide to do for themselves. I hope that they're able to find their voice and to use their voice in any area of their lives.